mind if I bring James onto the screen to join us for this conversation?
Yes, of course.
Nice big round of applause. There he is. Hello, mate.
Bon dia.
Hola, James.
You're not near the not cowboy hat near your TV. Are you off to your Portuguese class now?
I'm on my way to class.
Look at him.
Sort of the last minute change of schedule. We don't normally meet on Fridays, but this is our final A2 day. We officially did our final yesterday. So today is all about celebrating and eating and drinking and all kinds of fun in class.
Very important.
So I thought, initially, yes, I may need to cancel. When they first did that, I said, I'll just do it while I'm walking to class.
Yep.
Class doesn't start till 9. We're done at 9.
Yep. Very good.
And all I'm doing in between is walking. Yeah, so the class is going really well. And we started in, 3 months ago. So we're in May? So February, the end of February.
Oh, well
and
done.
In 3 months, we've gone through A1 and we completed A2 yesterday. And our final test ultimately was to do a presentation on our home country and our experience of it. So that was interesting and challenging and difficult. We were asked to do it as, with as few notes. She didn't want us to read our description. She wanted us to present as if we were talking to you. So I took that to heart because I always do that with school. I said, okay, I can't do any reading. I have to, so I'm going to have to write down what I have 5 minutes. Anyway, what I discovered, because I did my presentation the second day, is some people, all they were doing was reading. And I said, okay, I don't need to take it quite so seriously. So what I did, I made a hybrid. I wrote in text, because I did a PowerPoint presentation. I did in text the things that would have been really difficult for me to say in Portuguese and remember. So I put those in text on the slides. Yeah. And then everything else, I said, okay, I know I want to say this, and I can at least figure out how to say that without having to read it. So I did kind of a hybrid. And to kind of remind you what you're going to next, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Nasci in Orlando, na Florida, like that. And so it was great. And as far as I know, today is just going to be like the final stuff where we'll get our written tests back, the ones we've taken over the course of the A2 session. And then we're going to have food and drink and do our best to talk to each other in Portuguese for a couple of hours.
Have you bonded with people as well? Have you made new friends along the way?
Friendly. I don't know that we would call it, at least not in how I define friendships, where you get together and go places together after class.
Yeah.
There's one or two people that I have walked on my way home, part way there, because there are several people that live in Espinho taking this class. And it feels like they're developing. And as I understand it, almost everyone that took the A1, A2 is also going to go into the B1, B2. So we've got another 3 months or so of spending time together. So it may develop. And, I've said all the time, I'm an introvert, so I don't tend to want a lot of company a lot. Yeah. I enjoy the being in class. I enjoy the interactions with the people. My head gets full, and I just go home and take a nap. That's what's great for me.
Recovery. Very good. Is that what you'd recommend? So go throw yourself in, do the thing, and then go home and have a nap?
Well, for people like me, yes.
Yeah.
There are extroverts who, they want the after party. Hey, let's go have a party after class and just keep talking,
But presumably you would recommend it. I mean, it sounds like it's been an amazing experience in many ways, James.
Yeah. I don't know that I would have jumped into taking an intensive course all in Portuguese. Like if someone said you have the choice of this or the night school, twice a week for 3 hours each time for 6 months, I probably would have chosen that.
Okay.
But that's because in a way it sounded easier. It would be slower. And from what I've heard, most of those are taught in English, so in my head, it's like, okay, that would be easy. Well, that wasn't available to me in Espino. And I didn't know what I was getting into when I signed up with IEFP. But they're like all business, man. It's like paperwork for 4 hours on the first day of class just to get all the paperwork right for getting people reimbursed. So there's an advantage. I discovered after 4 hours of trying to figure out all this paperwork and do it right, and all the instructions were being given in Portuguese to A1 level beginners. I thought that was a little screwy because all of us were completely confused what we were being told, and we had no idea. Well, at the end of that 4 hours, or actually it wasn't until the second round for A2, somewhere in between there, I discovered that people who are retired don't qualify for any reimbursement. So basically, I didn't need to even worry about any of that documentation.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
I said, well, that would have been good to lead with. There were two of us in the class who just said, hey, if you're retired, take a nap right now because this is just paperwork for the next 3 hours that you don't need to bother yourself with. Yeah. But I mean, that's the only downside. The class itself, and having done it now, if the choice is given to me, I would choose this.
And outside of that, James, how's life? Everything good in your world?
Everything's great. And I do want to say that, after only 3 months of A1, A2, the biggest thing that happened is my confidence to use the language has gone up significantly. And I don't know that would have happened in a twice a week, 3 hours per class kind of situation. So I would recommend it. I would. It's tough. I mean, your brain is just, I mean, really, at the end of 4 hours of all Portuguese and Portuguese instruction where you're trying to understand and getting directions on things, and it's like, and I'm probably picking up 10% of it in the actual language, the words, but I'm getting probably another 20% in body language. So I'm getting about 30% of it, and it's growing. I realize the thing that's happening with the brain is I don't have to understand it right now, but I understand it. Like I don't have to literally translate everything, but I'm understanding.
Yeah. Trust your brain. It's going in, isn't it? And
your brain and your intuition.
There you are at lunchtime.
That didn't sound right.
Well, there are little children, and a child is saying, "Mummy, why is that man shuffling along the street?" And the mum says, Darling, he's just been to his Portuguese class. He's okay. James has got to go, otherwise he's going to be late.
Sure.
Actually, I'll be about the fourth person in class because I'm watching people come in.
Okay,
but I will say
they're going to be thinking something's wrong. Cheers, mate. You go to that. I don't want to hold you up.
I'm sorry, I won't be inviting you all to join me in my class today.
Oh, we're gutted. All right, cheers, mate. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Boa aula, James. Tchau.